With all the DLC Dead by Daylight has out, it may be hard deciding on what chapters are worth it when you're on a budget. I'm Chris from Genuine Chill, and I'm here to hopefully help you make a choice on the DLC you should buy. The Leatherface chapter introduces the original chainsaw-wielding maniac himself in his own chapter. Now, you may be wondering if Leatherface is any different from the game's very own chainsaw maniac Hillbilly, and I can tell you for a fact that yes, he is actually very different. Let's go into his abilities so I can explain that a little bit more, but if you want a more in-depth video explaining on what's different between Leatherface and Billy's playstyles, I have a video on my channel if you don't mind me doing an absolutely shameless plug. So, Leatherface's ability is called Bubba's Chainsaw, where after charging up his meter, Leatherface will go into a frenzy, swinging his chainsaw wildly and slowly gaining speed as this goes on. While doing this, if you hit any survivor, you will automatically down them, and it is in fact possible to down multiple survivors at the same time, making it possible to take out the entire survivor team if they happen to be at the wrong place at the right time for you. However, if you happen to bump into something during the charge, you will go into a tantrum and start swinging your chainsaw wildly as you stand in place, not being able to move for a decent amount of time. But the good news about this is if a survivor happens to get near you, they will get hit and they will also be down because of this. One thing I would like to add is that he can also destroy pallets extremely fast as long as you hit them with his chainsaw, minimizing the time you will take being pallet looped. Leatherface's ability and playstyle is pretty straightforward. Find the survivors and be as aggressive as possible. Because of this, I would say Leatherface is great for new killers as he has practically no learning curve and pellets are no problem for him, so if you happen to not like the base killers are available to you, then thinking about buying Leatherface is a pretty valid option. Also, before we go into his perks, I would like to mention, so far Leatherface is the only killer, well, licensed killer, that comes with a unique customization option other than the Prestige outfit. Leatherface can actually wear the faces of the original 4 survivors, Meg, Jake, Claudette, and Dwight, but you must hook and kill each survivor 25 times before unlocking their specific mask. Now let's talk about his perks. I will say killer-wise, this pack actually includes some of the best perks in the game for killers, as all 3 are very viable. Starting off with the barbecue and chili, this perk grants you sight of other survivors' positions after you hook someone for a short amount of time, as long as they are a certain distance away from you. I can't express how good this perk is for killers. If you're new, this is definitely a perk you should look into, as it will minimize the time you take finding new survivors, giving you more opportunities to chase them, and from this you will learn more fundamentals of chasing as you play, which is very, very important if you're a killer. And if you're a seasoned killer, then hey, you see where those little shits are, so go over there and do your thing. Next is Knockout. It is a perk that will not reveal the survivor's aura to other survivors when you down them, unless they're within a certain range to them. This perk is great if you're having a fast-paced game and you need to manage other priorities, because you could down the survivor and there's a good chance help won't come right away, meaning you could go ahead and go and break gens or even initiate another chase without having to worry about your down survivor being healed while you're gone. Finally, we have Franklin's Summize, which is a perk that knocks items out of survivors' hands and even depletes their usage. This is great when you have survivors running items such as toolboxes and flashlights with high quality add-ons, because if a survivor tries to blind you with their fancy flashlight, you can look at them and go, "Hey, run that shit," and smack them, making them leave their beloved flashlight behind. As you can tell, I fucking hate flashlights with passion. Like, that shit's really bright and it hurts a lot. That leads us to the end of this overview, but before we go, let's go ahead and go over the pros and cons of this pack. The pros are, you have a horror icon available to you. It's cheaper than most packs, starting at $4, while other packs run at $7. The killer is very easy to learn, so he's friendly for new and seasoned killers alike. He also comes with unique customization options that are faithful to the killer himself. All 3 perks in the pack are great and totally worth your time unlocking. And also, Bubba is thick. Like, if they ever drop a shirtless customization option for him, I'm gonna nut. Now, going into the cons of the pack is the fact that this pack is for killers only. So if you have no interest in playing killer, then this pack really doesn't matter to you at all, since it offers nothing from a survivor's standpoint. And that's finally it. I hope I helped you reach a decision on if this pack is worth your money or not. If you have any questions or any info of your own you'd like to add, feel free to leave a comment. And if you enjoyed the video, all I can really ask is please leave a like, because it helps the video a great amount and I would really like to do more of these. But that's it. I'm Chris from Genuine Chill, and hope to see you next time.